Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Joe Sent Me. My name is Joe and I am your host for today. Today I wanted to talk to you about Rania J Perfumes. I got a chance to finally try out her entire collection and I just want to share with you my thoughts on the ones that I tried out, and then of course to let you know what I liked. And also, I'd like to do a giveaway as well, so stay tuned. So I'm going to do these in the order that I tried them. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I've worn these fragrances every day for about a week so that I can see what each one of these are like. So you can check out my Instagram, of course, but also check out the notes below, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to include all the notes on the fragrances that I wore, and also I'm going to include links to Rania J so that you can follow her on Instagram and also her website. I'll let you know about where you can buy them as well. Alright, so we want to start with Rose Ishtar. Rose Ishtar was the one I tried out first. It was exactly what I expected it to be. It was a rose fragrance and it was quite pleasant. I liked it. I'm not typically a floral person, but I was actually quite happy with this one. This fragrance features, and I'm going to read it here because I figured it'd be a lot easier to deal with, the top notes of bergamot and cassis base, and then in the middle we have Damascus rose and Bulgarian rose as well, and then in the base we have sandalwood, patchouli, vanilla, heliotrope, and musk. So a very nice base that ends up drying down to something very sweet and pleasant. Now all of these fragrances, just so you know, are unisex and eau de parfum, so they are nicely concentrated. They last quite a while. They do not project, I will tell you now, they don't project longer than about an hour, maybe 2 max. And they do last about 8 to 10 hours, so there's plenty of longevity here. And of course the sillage is also within a 1 foot, maybe 2 foot range. Alright, so the next day I wore Tea Habanero. So this one was the one that I was dreading the most because the name alone makes me think I'm going to put some hot sauce on me. Of course, it turned out to be one of my favorites. Hard to believe. But yes, it turned out to be one of my favorites, and as I read the notes here, you're gonna see why. Top notes, we have pink and black peppercorn and cardamom, so it's a spicy top. And then in the middle we have black tobacco. That's the tea part in Tea Habanero. And then we have sandalwood, agarwood, which is also oud, incense, myrrh, and leather. So the habanero part is actually the pepper at the beginning, which is an interesting note to put at the very front. And it did come off just a touch on the spicy side, but it wasn't too overly spicy. It wasn't hard to wear at all. But it did happen to be one of my favorite fragrances, and I really, really liked it. It was this leathery, tobacco-y smell that was spicy as well. So it's very masculine, even though this is a unisex fragrance. I thought this was probably one of the most masculine of the bunch. And I really liked this one. The one that I was dreading the most turned out to be one that I really, really liked. Next, we have Jasmine Coma. And this fragrance was another floral with jasmine in it. And it was also pleasant. It wasn't my favorite, but it was very pleasant. And if you're into the florals, then you'll definitely like this fragrance. Here's what's in it. We have bergamot and Damascus rose making a comeback. We have jasmine, Egyptian jasmine, and in the base we have patchouli, sandalwood, heliotrope, vanilla, and musk. You could see this fragrance being very similar to the Rose Ishtar with the dry down, and even the fact that there's Damascus rose on the top. Although this wasn't a rosy fragrance, I thought there was a little more jasmine than there was rose. Again, it wasn't a bad fragrance, it just wasn't my favorite, and I'm sure if you're into the jasmine, you're gonna dig this fragrance a lot. Alright, the next one that I did was Cuir Andalou. So Cuir Andalou features leather, patchouli, saffron, neroli, rose, violet, iris, Castoreum, Vetiver, sandalwood, and oud. And again, oud makes a comeback in this one. This again was pretty nice. Actually, I'm not into the leathery fragrances as much, but the 2 leather fragrances that are in this collection were actually not bad. And I'm starting to like leather. It's very strange because I used to not like leather fragrances, and now I'm starting to really like leather fragrances. So maybe my preferences have changed, or I have just smelled some great leather fragrances. and this happens to be one of them. Great fragrance, again, definitely worth checking out for sure. It is on the masculine side, even though it is unisex, it does lean a little more towards the masculine side. This is a great fall date night scent as well. All right, now on to one of my favorite, if not the best one of the bunch, and that is Ambre Loup. This was so beautiful from top to bottom. It wore really, really nice, and I believe it was one that lasted the longest on me, and it also was the one that received the most compliments, unsolicited, by the way. I had people say, man, what are you wearing? This smells amazing. You smell great. What are you wearing? And I told them what it was, and sure enough, they're very interested in buying some now because of it. So let's talk about what's inside of Ambre Loup. It is clove spices with the middle notes of Balsam Peru essential oil. We also have Labdanum and we have vanilla in the middle. And in the base we have Agarwood, Gaiac wood, and cedar wood. So we have a very woody base. I love this fragrance. It was so good. I just can't stop talking about this one. I really, really like it, and it's definitely one of high on my priority to get a full bottle of this because it was just fantastic. So if you're looking for something very nice and warm and sexy for the winter and the fall, this is definitely that fragrance. If you're looking for a great date night fragrance, this is definitely that fragrance. In fact, if you find me on Instagram, you'll see this is the one that received the most comments as well. Everyone unanimously loves Ambre Loup. So I highly recommend you check this one out for sure. Then I decided that same night that I'm going to be wearing Oud Assam. Oud Assam is an oud fragrance. I was looking forward to this fragrance the most. I thought it was pretty good. I think the amber is definitely better than this one, but I thought this was pretty good. And here's what's in it. We have bergamot, sweet orange, bitter orange, Agarwood, oud, also essential oils from India. We have cedarwood, vetiver, black pepper, tonka bean, and musk. And so I love the tonka bean musk dry down in this fragrance because it does sweeten up pretty nicely. The oud that's in here is Indian oud. It's not Cambodian, or it's not Suyufi, whatever. It's not a poopy smelling oud. It is actually a very nice smelling oud. This was definitely a very liked fragrance. I did like it, but I thought the amber was way better on me and probably would have been a better choice for the evening. This would have been better on another day, but I decided to try them out. Turned out that it was okay, but it was definitely not my favorite. But if you're into an oud that's not a powerful, stinky oud, this is a good one to definitely check out. All right, so last but not least, it's also the one I'm wearing today. It's Lavande 44. This is a great fragrance. I was actually, by that name, I saved this for last because I wasn't sure that I was gonna like fragrances with lavender in it. Again, I don't gravitate towards floral things, but this wasn't as floral as I thought it was gonna be. This actually had a really nice wood, oud kind of thing going on, but also a sweet floral thing as well. But it was not this floral thing that kind of puts me into this really overly dizzy springtime bloom kind of thing. I'm not into that. So this turned out to be quite wonderful, actually. And we have in this fragrance bergamot, petitgrain, lavender, of course, because that's the name, Lavande 44. And of course in the base we have oud, and it's all oud in the base. But I have to say this is actually really nice. And again, if you're getting into oud and you don't want something too crazy, this is a great, subtle, very nice oud. So that's pretty much everything right now that I've tried out. So y'all want to know what the giveaway is? Well, I happen to have 2 extra samples of the fragrances, so I'm going to do a giveaway where I'm going to give them both to the one person, and basically it's the same samples that I tried out myself, and it's going to be a sample of Tea Habanero and also my absolute favorite, which is Ambre Loup. So you definitely want these to try for sure because these are the 2 that are the best for me. And to win these samples, all you have to do is leave a comment below, make sure you like and share this video, and also make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And that's all you have to do. All right, well, thanks for tuning in and have a great day. Take care.